No kidding. Think of the dissertations. Boundless topics, no bounds. Except the books, they're bound.
This explains so much, though. They're disorganized, petty, weird, and also deeply fascinating at the same time. Because they are just people. We never rule that out, but it feels so good to know we weren't fighting against robot alien ghost gods or something. True. We need to approach this critically and carefully. We can't just jump in. Or, I mean, we could, I guess. But it all comes back to this. We don't know what will happen if you enter the Unity. You might lose yourself or become a two-headed space shark. There are too many variables. Yeah, even so, I don't see how we can't do this. I really don't see another option. Of course, at the end of the day, it's your choice. But I will say this. Our entire purpose in Constellation is to explore. Why would we stop now? I'm with you. I'm not gonna hold you back. But if you know, become evil or whatever, I'm also not gonna have your back. Anytime. The possibility of turning evil aside, I appreciate you taking the lead on this. You're guiding Constellation to new frontiers, new discoveries, and we should all follow your example. On that note, there's something else I'd like to discuss with you, if you have time. It's not on the scale of entering the Unity, but it is tangentially related. Thanks. This has been swirling in my brain goo for a while now. So, I've been pondering over what's happened and what it all means. And I've got a favor to ask. A teensy-weensy favor. About the size of a plank length, really. I think it's time I joined you in the physics-bending powers business. See if one of those temples works for more than just you. Marvelous. I'm glad you're as gung-ho about this as I am. As it so happens, I've already talked to Vladimir. Seems our eye in the sky is back up and running. He sent me the coordinates for the temple already. We just have to visit. I know now isn't the best time, but I need to talk with you later.
Yeah, the way you handle things, not bad.
Neon.
Not bad.
You think it would be peaceful with all those calm waters and beautiful sunsets. But I can't think of any town that's more stressful. Reusion, Infinity Ltd, And there you were, navigating corporate bureaucracy like a professional. Neon does that to folks. They show up thinking it'll be one way, get addicted to this and that. It's designed to reel in more than just the fish. Look, I know Neon is going to be Neon, no matter what any of us do about it. But you just let them keep working on that neural amp tech? Really? Oh, don't you dare. Science is a method, a tool for understanding why things are the way they are. What they are doing is driven by corruption, greed, and cruelty, not knowledge. Science doesn't exist to control people. That's like saying cooking exists to poison people. That's asinine. But if the bottom line is money, then this isn't going to benefit them. It'll be used to dominate them. Of course not. This is their business. Convincing people to take risks that aren't in their best interest. I know you were hoping for the best, but they knew that and used it against you. I just hope somebody within their own ranks is able to derail it now. Anyway, not that I care a ton about the internal politics of some ethically dubious megacorp, but... So, Masako, huh? I mean, between her and Ularu Chin, I get it, but you don't trust her, do you? Well, I trust you, and I'm glad the choice was yours and not mine. Anyway, you didn't happen to pick up any investment tips while you were in there? Just kidding. I don't even want to know. Hey, when you're not busy, let's chat.
Dad, do you think Solomon Coe would have liked me?
Sure. Everybody likes you, don't they?
Do you think he
Space
would
is
have
so
liked you?
hostile to humanity
Well, if
already.
you listen to your grandpa,
And you made it just
Solomon
a
Coe would've
little
given me a
bit
good
safer
whooping.
for everybody. No matter
think
what you
he
could have
would've liked
done
the man I grew
differently,
into.
this will impact a lot of lives eventually. We'll have to mark it in the Constellation history books so we don't forget it when the Terramorphs are finally gone. So humble, too. People love that. Squeak! Balancing risk versus reward is tricky. Even more so when so much hangs in the balance. So, you really think the Acilis are going to work out, huh? You must have seen some data that I didn't. They're reliable is, I think, what you're trying to say. And yeah, I get where you're coming from. By sealing the Lazarus plan away instead of destroying it, I'm worried we've made things riskier. Maybe we could study it, fair, but it will take a long time to get any actionable results. Hey, when you're not busy, let's chat. Well, if it isn't our own ranger. I hope you're not taking the job permanently.
Miss stay up late reading under the covers? Did you learn anything new from your book last night?
Don't pretend to be mad at me. I know you aren't really.
A badge is just a symbol, a promise, a hope.
That's so cool.
You don't have to wear the object to be
But
true
I
to
guess
those
it only
goals.
worked because they just
Anyway,
lived on one planet.
I'm just
And
glad
that's
Ron
a
Hope is
cool
gone.
ring.
Remind me one of these days to tell you the tale of a certain Solomon Coe, and where his stargazing landed him.
Maybe he could have been rehabilitated. Maybe. But I just can't see that happening. And even if so, he couldn't remain in power over those people. Not after all that blood. It was a hard choice that you made, but I'm proud of you, Captain. I know now isn't the best time, but I need to talk with you later. I can't imagine how hard it was to be
Now,
under
you're
all
not
that pressure.
pestering the captain,
A
right,
leader
Cora?
knows that protecting regular folk
Hester?
is not just a
You think I'm a
responsibility, but a
pest?
privilege.
Oh,
And I'm
never.
proud to call you my
Poor choice of
captain.
words. You being nice to the crew, too?
Of course.
So this book collection fund I heard about?
Don't you always say, don't listen to rumors?
Modest, too. They're gonna make a statue out of you, or carve your face on a moon or something. What you did took nerves. Befriending Delgado like that, it was a huge risk. If he had gotten to you, convinced you to side with them, I don't know what we'd be dealing with right now. Look, I get what you're saying, but you saw an opportunity and you took it. It was his weakness, not yours. And if they regroup after all this, all thanks to you. Nobody does anything truly alone. We all have help along the way. But you made the decisions that needed to be made. That was all you. You've got my undivided attention. Take care of yourself, Dusty.
You have my attention. Yes?
Maybe when you are not quite so busy. It seems you have other matters that require your attention.
Corco,
Did you need
that room
something?
of yours better be clean next time I go in there.
You appear to be
I'll get
rather
to it, Dad.
preoccupied
I
at the moment.
promise.
Perhaps when you
getting
are
around
done
to
with
it,
your
though,
current
understand?
endeavor.
Fine, okay. I'm going.
Do you have a second, friend?
What is it? Yes, you need me?
You do not need to ask me if you may ask. You may just ask. Honestly, I cannot answer that. So many years have been driven by survival in intense circumstances. Leisure time it's been in short supply. And I suppose I have conditioned myself to not think about it much. I do enjoy combat training, though I suppose that is hardly the answer you are looking for. You have given me something to consider. Thank you for that. I have done so in the past, when necessary, but I am not the best pilot, and it seems prudent to apply my skills where they are most useful. Lately, that means aiding you. And that, I think, has worked out very well. You might find it absurd, but honestly, the Lodge. I have never been surrounded by such a remarkable group of people, present company included. It has been a very long time since I have been someplace that could possibly feel like home. There are worlds beyond count out there, but that feeling is rare and precious. All right then. Maybe when you are not quite so busy. It seems you have other matters.
Dad, can I have...
Bet you never expected to end up involved in something like this. I've thought about it, and as much as I would love to see the Unity the way Keeper Aquilus has experienced it, I'm not coming with you. Thank you. I know this is probably coming as a surprise. I think I need to look for my answers here, in this universe. And I can't leave my parents. I know they would understand, but they're not getting any younger. You too. I know I'm flaking out at the end, but I'm glad I was a part of all this.
I don't know about you, but a fella could do a lot
I
worse
can't
than
wait
constellation.
to get to the Unity! I've been reading all about parallel universe theory, and I'm so ready to meet another version of me. You think it's okay if I call them Cora too? I'll have to check all my charts and double check all the locking mechanisms and see what kind of differences there are in the next universe. You know, in case we get into the kind of trouble we always do. Look, Dad said that there's a chance we might all get separated after we go to the Unity. You don't think that's going to happen, do you? That's what Dad said. I feel kind of bad, you know? That I want to go anyway. I'm sure gonna miss the lodge, but I can't wait to see what happens next.
So, I hear you've been making yourself pretty useful around the ship, Cora.
I have, Dad. I want to be.
You
as
are
good a
straight out of one of those
captain
film
as
noir
I am for
novels.
you.
Working undercover and thwarting the bad guys. Just walking around the key makes my skin crawl. How'd you pull it off? And you did the job anyway. I mean, don't get me wrong, helping Sistef was never on my bucket list. Commander Akande, he really wasn't as much of a tight ass as I was expecting. And ultimately, he had your back, so I guess here's to Sistef. Oh, shucks. Well, this victory, really, it's all you. I just wanted to say, when we first teamed up, I had a good feeling about you. But this... you really helped people. Helped everyone. I can't wait for our next adventure. I could, really bend your ear when you got a moment.
I asked Mateo if we can get a friend for Vasco. He said maybe.
Yeah, sorry if
but
I'm a little out of
pretty
it.
sure he was just saying
Didn't
it.
get much sleep last night. Lillian and me, I tried talking with her and I lost my cool. Got a little heated. I know I woke Cora up. Well, that statement's gonna keep me up at night, like everything? Just so you know, there's a long, proud tradition of singing in the shower. Ah, Lillian, she's an incredible woman. Truly. But it is always, and I mean always, about the job. When she bleeds, Freestar colors spill out. And back when I was a ranger, we were quite the team. I could do the job, sure, that wasn't the problem. Traveling, exploring, seeing new crazy things. It calls to me. But one day, I was just done. No particular reason. It had been building for a long time. See, I tried to convince Lillian to leave it behind, come with me. She shot me down. Hard. Hurt my pride. More than a little. But she was probably right. We were making each other miserable. And that wore on poor Cora, too. It's funny, our latest argument started because Lillian thinks I'm putting Cora in too much danger traveling with you. I told her what you told me, that Cora is just blossoming with all this. With Sarah, you, heck, even Walter. I just know Cora has futures I could never dream of. But Lillian, not so much a fan of you. That kinda set me off. Nah, don't be. It's always something. Cora's been stood up a time or two by Lillian. Always for the best reasons. Last time I think Lillian got a medal for it. But at a certain point, Lillian's excuses don't matter. Poor Cora cried for a week. I don't want to put her through that again. You are just too damn wise for your own good. Well, something to think about. For now, Lillian's going straight to voicemail, so everyone can sleep easy. And when you get a moment, can we talk?
Hey, Dad. Want to hear a poem
Yes?
I wrote? It's called a haiku. I just read about them. Okay. It's called Space. Space is cold and dark. Starships fly there like comets, carrying us home.
Ask
I'll
if you've
copy
got
down, too.
questions. Speak
You know
up
how
if you
you
have
lose
ideas.
things.
We're
I
all
still don't know
here
how
for
you
the
lost
same
that
reason.
picture of Nibbles the comet
We're
eating
so
bunny.
close.
Is something amiss?
So I know we aren't keeping all the artifacts here anymore, but I think I can get some good readings from your ship. You have no idea how excited I am to analyze the data after you jump to the Unity. I'm gonna make some coffee. Pull an all-nighter. What? No. I do not do field work, especially not the restructuring yourself at the molecular level kind. Or whatever the Unity actually does to make you starborn. Anyway, Vladimir and I have been talking, and we're both staying here. Someone has to keep Constellation going with so many people leaving. It'll be pretty quiet at first, but that's what Constellation has been doing forever, right? An old generation moves on, a new one moves in. I'll be okay. Really. I'll have a lifetime's worth of research to share with the whole settled systems. When the time is right. That's the side of Constellation I fell in love with. Okay, I promised myself I wouldn't cry. And I'm sticking to that. So... goodbye. I'll miss you all.
Feel free to help yourself at the bar. I don't drink, but I feel like if I did, Now would be a good time for one.
So, I hear you've been making yourself pretty useful around the ship, Cora.
I have, Dad. I want to be as good a co-pilot for the captain as I am for you. Books. Do you have more books, or can you buy me more books? With real pages, a spine, the whole package. My book allowance is all gone and Dad won't get me more. So, books?
Hey, don't let her con you out of more credits. Her book allowance damn near bankrupted me.
Dad, this is between us. Oh, Dad, you've made the best friend ever.
Well, now you done it. Now you can get pestered about books nonstop.
Yeah, a small price to pay for my education. Now, the important question. Pizza. Favorite topping? And please don't say cheese. Dad loves boring old cheese. Oh, no, no, no.
Looks like it's cheese pizza from here on out.
This is horrifying. Oh, well. Let me think. I have decided that I will stay. You have the Cora stamp of approval. I, seem to have left my stamp back on Dad's ship, but imagine it there, on your arm. Cora approves.
When
Don't
that time's
pretend to
right,
be mad at
I'd
me.
appreciate a chat.
I know you aren't really.
It's good to
I
be out and
learned that
about.
back on Earth, people used to
good
use the
stuff you
stars
sometimes.
to navigate. That's so cool.
Of all the
But I
places
guess
in the
it only
galaxy,
works if
only
just live
Neon
on
can make
one
me
thing.
feel so damn
And that sounds
oily.
boring.
And you dealt with its absolute worst. Ryujin, Infinity LTD, all of it. You doing all right? That was a lot. I mean, there's a reason Neon attracts so many people. It's the city of vice. As much as you might hate it, it's just full of temptation. How come no matter how advanced society gets, we still just can't help coming up with new horrors to inflict on ourselves? Mechs, xeno-warfare, and now this neuro-amp tech. Swear it's the worst yet. And you just let them keep working on it. Well, that's a cheery thought. It's true, but... with a piece of work like Ryujin, I know there isn't a good person to put in charge. I mean, I guess Masako's better than Ularu Chen, but you just know if violence, or being just plain evil was the path of least resistance, then Masako would pick it same as Ularu. You're right. I know you're right. Well, the whole damned affair's over. Thank God. I've got some stuff on my mind when you have the time.
Hey, Dad. Want to hear a joke? Okay. Who can jump higher than a skyscraper in New Atlantis? Everybody! Skyscrapers can't jump!
The whole Terramorph situation, seriously, hats off to you. When I was growing up, everyone was afraid of Terramorphs. How they could seemingly strike anywhere at any time. The carnage, the destruction. The stuff you've done here could save so many lives. Eat your nutrient paste or the terramorphs will get you. Were you ever told that? I don't know about these Asylees. That microbe would wipe out the terramorphs for good and certain. I mean, the Asylees? It'll take longer, take more hand-holding, and there's no saying the Asylees will fully get the job done. I hope for all our sake you made the right call. I suppose. The United Colonies. Hell, everyone and everywhere owes you big time. Even if they don't know it.
So does
I must
Bosco
confess,
belong to you
the
now,
hum of a
or
grab
does he
drive
still belong to Bear?
makes me feel alive. Looks like you're right in the middle of something. Maybe when you're done? Now, you're not pestering the captain, right, Cora?
Pester? You think I'm a pest?
Oh, never. Poor choice of words. You being nice to the crew, too?
Of course.
So this book collection fund I heard about?
Don't you always say, don't listen to rumors?
Ah, hello. What did you need?
You appear to be rather preoccupied.
Oh, sore. One too many squats. You've tipped my ear. Draw the words another time, then.
I like going on adventures with Dad, but I like being able to come home to my room, too. Well, we're talking about what could be an infinite number of parallel universes, right? If that's really true, how different do you think they are? Like, are they really similar to this one, or really weird? Is there one where we're all lizard people? Or one where time runs backwards? What do you think? That'd be cool! But wait, would I be all old like an adult? Or would I be a kid in charge of everything? I think I'd rather be a kid. Well, I kind of do hope it's all true. It really would mean that anything is possible. Bye!
Spend so much time looking
Hey,
at the
Dad?
scans. I can see star
Will
systems
you read
orbiting
to me
in my
tonight before
head.
bed?
Is
Read
something
to you,
amiss?
sure.
Ah,
like that very much.
weird. I
You
was
haven't
just
asked me to do that in
thinking.
a long time.
Well, never.
And
Okay, friend.
Will you
Till
do
next time.
funny voices for the characters?
As much as I love uncovering
you
new
used to
questions,
when I was
wouldn't
little?
mind a few answers now and then.
You just try and stop.
The artifacts are all gathered. We've done it. There's nothing like an investment paying off. We've succeeded beyond my wildest dreams. Everyone should feel proud. Oh no. This moment isn't about my corporate holdings, no. Being part of Constellation was just for me. Although there's always opportunities, I'm not above taking advantage of what we learn as a group. Alas, while I would like to take the final jump with everyone, I'm afraid the saying, "you can't take it all with you," has caught up to me. There might not be a Stroud Eklund in the next universe, and certainly not mine. And I would be a poor choice of company if I was, well, poor. Thank you for that. But I'd be lying to myself if I didn't admit it was a part of me. And I have no desire to find out who I am without it. Goodbye, my friend. If I could borrow a bit from Sebastian Banks, bring light into the darkness of the unknown.
How you doing, sweet pea?
Well, I'm okay. A lot better
Let me guess, you'd be a lot better if you had a bigger book allowance.
Well, suppose that station in orbit has more than paid for itself at this point.
You made it. I hope you're enjoying the view. I never get tired of staring at it. Eternity. It's natural that your mind would go there, and it's not a simple question to answer. You stand now at the very center of space and time. Center being the best word to grant you understanding, but still not entirely accurate. The unity is what was, what is, and what shall be. It is nowhere and everywhere. Nothing and everything. It is the unity. Any other meaning is entirely up to you. All of you. A thought occurs. Can anyone ever truly experience reality outside of oneself? All of time and space filters through a singular perspective. I am as much you as you are a part of everything. All points connect to here. When a star is born or dies, its existence beats through the heart of this place. The unity. I have seen all you are, have been, and could be. Do you feel like you've lived a good life? Is there anything you regret? Fair. I wonder what your decision will be then. In order to become Starborn, you must give the universe one last thing. Yourself. That intangible part of you. That something that makes you unique amongst the infinite will explode like a supernova. A part of you will fuse with the essence of this universe, while another part leaves it behind forever. Do you understand what I mean? This one final leap will change this universe forever, even as you leave it behind. Unknowingly, you just answered your own questions. For who creates things but creators? That is what they have been named throughout the endless circle of time. Are they one or many? Human or alien? Terrestrial or celestial? One day you might even meet the creators, but not this day. As for the why, so that you could ask that very question, so that you could stand before me for time immemorial, and delve into the mysteries of the unending cosmos. Much like the death of a star, creating new kinds of matter, so will a part of your being become fused with the unity itself. That part is what becomes starborn and crosses into the multiverse. Through your eyes, it will be as if waking up from a dream. Walk into the gate of light, and you will become starborn. Everything will vanish, and you will awaken somewhere else. But that isn't your only potential destiny. You could turn around, walk away from the unity until the stars fade away, and you will wake up on your ship, in your universe. You could live out the life you have. I have enjoyed speaking to you once again. All of you. Every version that is here in the Unity right now. Go out into the stars. As you consider stepping towards infinity, I offer you a glimpse into what will happen to the universe you may be leaving, as the essence of who you are is spread throughout space and time. Although you leave this universe behind, a new universe awaits you. Who will you be in this one? What choices will you make?